Over the course of time that I've spent partnering with SEIU-UHW, the most common thing that I have heard come up in our sessions, from steward councils to pod meetings to e-board and e-com and everything in between, the most common thing that I have heard is that you all are stressed out. And I understand, given the largeness of the tasks and the uncertainty of the times, that right now you just feel like you have reached your end. And so before we dive into some of the tools that might help you cope and manage in these stressful times, I thought it would be helpful to give a little bit more context to what is actually happening when you say, I am stressed out. Though stress is often used to describe a psychological or emotional state of being, it is actually physical. When our bodies can no longer keep up with the demands of the tasks, our environment, or the situation, we enter what is called a sympathetic state, or commonly called the fight or flight response. Once your brain has assessed that whatever is going on is a threat or is overwhelming your capacity, your body begins to release adrenaline, cortisol, and glucose into your bloodstream in an attempt to protect itself in an effort to survive. Because all of your resources are being shunted away from your vital organs and your brain, that means that these systems in your body are not functioning properly when you're highly stressed out. This means that your digestive system or your immune system, they're not functioning properly. This is why when we are stressed, we sometimes have upset stomach, or it can lead to more illness or susceptibility to illness because our immune system is depressed. This is especially important when we think about being able to access the part of our brain called the prefrontal cortex, or the frontal lobe, where decision-making and concentration and our capacity to think rationally or logically or to consider consequences of our choices, that part of our brain is largely inaccessible when we are in a heightened, stressed out mode. This may explain why when you are stressed out, you find it difficult to concentrate, organize your thoughts, remember things, and you feel irritable and all over the place. While we certainly need this fight or flight response, and it is helpful in the face of danger, it's not necessarily meant to go on and be hyperactivated for long periods of time, a few minutes maximally. But when we are constantly living in perpetually stressful situations, our work environment, our home environment, what's going on in society, etc., that means these systems of our body are depressed and not functioning properly over long periods of time. Of course, you can imagine that's not good for your health. When we are stressed for long periods of time and the nervous system is hyper aroused and we're in that fight or flight response for chronic periods of time, and that means our other body systems are not functioning optimally, this can lead to extreme fatigue and exhaustion because your body is fighting just to make it through the day. So when your appetite is disrupted, your sleep is dysregulated, your mood is up and down, which can then impact your relationships and ultimately your quality of life, know that all of this can be addressed simply by regulating your nervous system, because then that gives you access to all the rest of the systems in your body so that they can function properly and you're not having to fight just to make it through the tasks on your desk or in your inbox or the things that are happening in your life at home. So as you become more familiar and comfortable with these skills and tools inside of this Coping with and Managing Stress series, my hope is that you will develop a practice whereby you utilize these skills and tools consistently, and that you remember in moments of high stress, you can access these exercises anytime you need to ground and regulate yourself so that you feel safe inside of your body, inside of your environment, and ultimately inside of your life. Until next time, cheers.